Today on the show, we'll be talking about African movies that tell love stories. We're going to start with Oga Bolaji, a movie about an older man and a younger woman who fall in love. Then we'll talk about Three Wise Men, about three retirees who come into their pension funds and decide to live life all over again. And last, but definitely not the least, is Been So Long, a movie about love and second chances. Welcome to Screen Patrol. Life is just as Oga Bolaji knows it until he meets this young woman and everything changes. Check it out.
Oga Bolaji, what's in your mind?
Bolaji! 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 You go with that Jack Mali. Nothing for you. Come in, you don't go even look your face 2 times. But if you carry Mali come from abroad, even if that war small country, even if that black people they suffer there, and I say that abroad, bam, they'll just knock you manager straight.
No be man, no be jazz, no be man, no be jazz. West of God, West of God.
I didn't even go today as usual.
Usual now, as usual.
Me there is this here, I go buy soya come so that we go fit even two-way. Instead of one way with the beer, we go do the call.
That's so.
Welcome to the show, Miwa. How you doing?
I'm great. And
Awesome. You're looking dapper today.
Oh, thank you.
I like it.
It's good, my gentleman swag.
Well, looking good. Let's talk about the film Oga Bolaji.
Yeah.
It was directed by Kade Kasum.
Yes.
Well, what do you think about the film?
Yeah. So Oga Bolaji is about Oga Bolaji. I think he's going to be in his late 30s.
Late 30s or early
40s,
mid 40s, yeah, I would think.
So he's a typical average Nigerian youth that somebody called lazy, and so he is not happy with where he is. He's actually very aware of the fact that there are better things he could do with his life, but for some reason he's just where he is, and series of circumstances and things that happen in the movie leads him to meet this lady, and something happened that made him get drawn towards her, and then the relationship brews, and there are acts, first act, second act, third act, and then the movie concludes.
Yeah. So this film,
that's pretty much
we have Gregory Ojefoa in the movie, we have Omowumi Dada in the film as well, we have Idowu Phillips in this movie.
Yes.
These are very, very good actors and actresses.
Yeah, very good indie actors. Not mainstream, but they do great jobs in the small movies which they act. So
what did you think about their performances in the film?
Splendid. I love their performances. I think something that would have made their performances better for me was, I don't like the fact that it was in Pidgin or English.
Oh, really?
I think it should have been in a local dialect, more of a local dialect. A few scenes had that, but some powerful scenes that would have been, that the delivery would have been better if it was in local dialect.
So wouldn't you say that that's more like a creative decision that the director decided to just go with?
He decided what he wanted,
because
at the beginning of the film, the first scene, I was like, ugh, why are you forcing Mama Rainbow to speak English? And in a typical Yoruba home, because Oga Bolaji is a Yoruba guy, the mom is not happy with him, and all that. The normal early morning scoldings, we might not be familiar with that. That mothers give their boys.
I don't know why you think that, but okay.
The moms give their boys, she was speaking English, and I was like, hell no, this is not going to happen.
And Yoruba would have worked. All they would have had to do is just subtitle.
But funny enough was the next time we had himself and his mom, it was in Yoruba. So I was like, okay, they balanced it up. Then they went back to the Pidgin again. So I wasn't really feeling that switch. It's fine if that's how they did it. Of course, it is.
The director wanted it.
I didn't really feel it.
What about the story itself? The story of Oga Bolaji?
It's simple but nice. I like the story. I think I should at this point say spoiler alert, because I would not be able to really talk much if I don't say some things.
Okay.
So sorry, spoiler if you've not watched the movie. Okay, so a defining moment in the movie is when Omowumi loses her child, and that's what pulls Bolaji towards her, because he was trying to help the little girl, but he told the little girl to come meet him somewhere, and then she was in an accident. So he felt guilty and responsible. So he kept trying, he got her a job and all that, so things started brewing between them. But now the thing is this, for a movie that led up to that moment, I felt a bit emotional because the little girl was a good actor and she was sweet and all that, and then when she died I was like, oh, but it wasn't powerful, because the only time we ever see a communication between the little girl and her mom, who was devastated and went into depression when the child died, as expected, was just once, and it was less than 2 seconds.
Oh wow. So we didn't really experience that connect.
Not at all.
Between the mother and
Oga
child.
Bolaji had so many scenes in the beginning that could have easily been replaced with the mother and the child. Repetitive scenes. So the story was good, but it was stretched. It was a slow burner. It dipped at a point again, then picked up. If they did more research, I think that wouldn't have been the case. So the story was here and there. It was the strength of the movie at some point, and then it was his weakness at some point.
But this is clearly a story that Kayode Kasum, the director, told from an interesting perspective. These are everyday people. These are people who don't have all the wealth in the world.
No wealth at all.
But they're still going through various emotions, various life experiences. So would you say that that's another thing that pulls you towards the film?
Yeah, I think so, because you know, these are everyday people, and there are scenes where Oga Bolaji and his friends were having conversations, and you could tell that the conversations were things that happen every day, sometimes stretched, sometimes boring conversations, but they did talk about things that you know, affects the country. So in the end, I liked the movie. I liked the movie. I liked the way it ended. I loved the way it ended, actually. I think that was what gave me a closure. If it didn't end that way, I think I would have been like, no.
You wouldn't have liked it so much.
Yeah, so slow burner, builds up slowly. A lot of scenes of Oga Bolaji could have just been phased out and replaced with the mother and the child, and the movie would have been perfect.
Way better.
I didn't even know what the movie was going to be about until like 30 minutes
into it.
Because, like I said, I don't watch trailers.
Yes, you said so. So recommended or not recommended?
Recommended. If you're patient, it pays off in the end. So that's the only reason why I'm recommending it. If you're patient.
Well, there you have it for Oga Bolaji. We're just getting started with the show. When we come back, we will resume with our second movie review for the film Three Wise Men. We'll be right back. In an interesting choice of casting and character depiction, we have our RMD playing an older man, much older man, and we also have Zak Orji playing a retiree in the film titled Three Wise Men. These men are three retirees who come into their pension funds and decide to live life as young men. Check it out.
Me too, I saw the street lights. She was wearing a pink top and short knicker with long hair like marine spirit.
Breakfast things on fleek. 40 years. Nothing has changed, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Happy birthday to you.
Hip, hip, hip.
Shopping things on fleek.
So, let's talk about this movie, Three Wise Men. First of all, I watch trailers. I know you don't, but I watch trailers. And the first time I saw the trailer, I was like, what is going on here? We have RMD trying to be like a 20-something-year-old. We have Zak Orji wearing chains and taking selfies. It was the most awkward and hilarious thing to
Yeah,
watch.
it was awkward.
Yes.
Funny thing was I did watch this trailer before watching the movie.
Okay.
So I went in watching the movie with an eyebrow raised, like, and yeah, I mean, I had every reason to raise the eyebrow in the end.
Oh wow. Okay, tell me about this eyebrow.
Okay, so yeah, so you know, in a group of friends, there's always the bad egg, the one that you know.
Yes.
And that was RMD. RMD is a serial divorcee.
Divorcee, right?
Who had 3 children and he wasn't going to be leaving. He had no intention of leaving his
Wealth
for any of his kids. So he kept pulling his friends into his kind of lifestyle and influenced all of them, and they went on this.
And one ended up falling in love with
Exactly, and you know,
much younger woman.
It just went crazy.
Right.
You get, it was
What-
Hangover 2.0 for the 60-year-olds,
Right.
basically.
So what did you think of the concept of the story?
I liked it, and the reason why I liked the concept was because they put people you would normally not see in this light. These are the serious guys that are always telling proverbs,
yes,
and
money rituals,
and kingpins, and you know,
politicians. Senators.
That's how you see these guys.
Yes.
They are the best when it comes to that. Great actors, legendary actors. Normally you would have the likes of Inkem or Chiwetel in this kind of you get in this kind of roles, but it was an interesting choice which I liked to see these guys. And to be honest, they made the movie as they tried their best. They are even the ones that made me manage to watch the movie. But now,
but did you think that it was more slapstick than actual?
Of course, it's slapstick. It's definitely
okay.
going to be slapstick. You know the typical kind of stuff. So it's slapstick. There's an establishment of a plot which is good. Right from the beginning, we know where the movie is going, and then we know that okay, these guys are just going to go on a spree.
Yeah.
You understand? So.
But did it get tiring at some point?
It got tiring.
Was it repetitive?
It got tiring. The jokes kept coming. RMD would keep trying to take selfies and on fleek jokes. Yeah, but at a point it got tiring. I got like, okay, all right, let's round it up. Let's round it up. So the performances were really nice. I liked it. It seemed like they had a chemistry, like they were friends off set, because they had daddy jokes, which was funny in a non-funny way, because these are jokes that old people would tell normally.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm familiar with that. But something was just off in terms of
Could it have been the storytelling?
Yeah, the storytelling
or
the plot is fine. I mean,
was it well developed?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Okay. If it was better developed, this had all the potential of being a great story, but the storytelling itself was the problem, because like I said, it became tiring. It became like a mumbo jumbo, and
there's nothing really fantastic about the movie.
There's nothing really fantastic. It's just another movie that if you didn't watch it, you're fine. It's not.
So are you going to recommend or not recommend it?
Nah, I'm not recommending it. It's not recommended. And another one of, aside from storytelling, another reason why it's not recommended is because technically this movie was way off. I can't even start going into some of the editing and all that. There were smudges on the lenses, on the camera lenses. Wow. I don't even need to go into all that. Technically it was here and there, and it wasn't just the best in terms of directing.
Wow. So recommended or not?
Not recommended.
Not recommended for the film to be watched, even though it has RMD in it?
Yeah.
And has Zakoji in it?
RMD doesn't always strike gold.
So this is one of those movies
This is one of those movies.
Of which most actors get that in their career. Every now and again, you're going to do that project that will just fall flat.
Exactly. Even a Leonardo.
Yes.
Well, can I remember a bad Leonardo movie?
No. Maybe a Denzel.
Yeah, maybe a Denzel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Denzel has definitely done bad movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he did. What's the name of his new one? This recent one?
Equalizer 2.
Equalizer 2. I don't know why he did.
All right, so we're going to move on from Three Wise Men, which Muyiwa has not recommended for you to watch.
Did you like the movie?
thought it was okay.
Okay.
It was just okay. Let's move on to our focus on African filmmaking segment. Today we'll be talking about films directed by African females or that have strong female leads in them. We're talking about movies like Women on Top and a lot of other movies. I'm thinking if you were to think of 3 African female directors that pop into your mind right now, who would you mention?
Mildred.
Okay.
Mildred Oko.
Tope Oshin. Okay, one more.
Shelley
Frimpong Manso, yes, from Ghana. Well, check out the report.
For a long time, women in Africa have been forced to stay on the sidelines. They have been made to speak and express themselves less. This, of course, is as a result of the predominant patriarchal system in African countries, which made women voiceless. Over time, this has changed as women have fought their way out of the sidelines and are pushing the boundaries in every way: government, the home front, schools, offices, and even film, and have maintained strategic positions that require great skill and intellectual capacity. What better way can people in Africa and beyond see, understand, and connect with these women, if not through film? One would wonder what factors have led to this rise in African women making movies and why major international film festivals like Cannes finally started paying attention to these directors. Female filmmakers in Africa face many hurdles, from sexual harassment to the belief that women have no place in the movie industry. That isn't stopping them from telling women's stories on film. Atogino Zinsu said in an interview that there is simply too much silence surrounding many issues affecting African women, not just sexual abuse. Her 13-minute documentary, La Maladie de la Honte, hopes to help change this. It's about obstetric fistulas, a medical condition where prolonged childbirth can rupture a hole between the vagina and the bladder or rectum, which can cause a woman to leak urine or feces. The condition is so taboo that it's known as the illness of shame, which is also the title of her film. Amazing films that have portrayed the African woman in brilliance include I Still Hide to Smoke, Foreign Body, Felicite, Sacred Water, and Winnie by Rihanna Obermeyer, Raja Amari, Alain Gomez, Olivier Jourdain, and Pascal Lamch, respectively. The first film, Kadubeikat, by a female director, Safi Faye, came from Senegal. At Burkina Faso's renowned Faspasco Film Festival, the runner-up prize for Best Documentary went to Nadia El Fani from Tunisia for Même Pas Mal, and Best African Diaspora Film to Mariette Monpère from Guadeloupe for Le Bonheur d'Els Arts. At the African Movie Academy Awards in Nigeria, Kenyan director Wanuri Kahiu won Best Film in 2009 with From a Whisper. Tunisian filmmaker Leila Bouzid's first feature film, As I Opened My Eyes in 2015, has toured several film festivals and won the awards at the Venice Days of the Venice Film Festival, as well as Best Fiction Film at the Dubai International Film Festival. A welcome offering from Southern Africa is Sarah Blatch's film, Ayanda, in 2015. Set in Johannesburg, it revolves around a young woman who decides to revamp the auto mechanic shop she inherits from her father. Bletcher manages to balance light-hearted romance, family dynamics, and the struggle of the youth to gain a foothold in modern-day South Africa. Other African female directors who have made amazing movies are Shelley Frimpong Manso for Potato Potato, Love the One You Love by Jenna Kato Bass, and Between Rings by Salah Sori and Jessie Chise. Some amazing African actresses that have played strong leads in films include Danai Gurira, Omotola Jalade Kehinde, Genevieve Onaji, Tandy Newton, Caroline Chikezie, Charlize Theron, and Lupita Nyong'o, who is currently the signifier for how far Black African women have traveled in big-budget film. Nyong'o won an Academy Award for her debut film, 12 Years a Slave. African women are getting bolder and confident in film, using it as a tool to tell beautiful stories that both men, women, and children can identify with.
Muyiwa, let's talk about Shirley Performancer as a filmmaker. Don't you think she's just absolutely brilliant?
I think she has the best, and in my opinion, she has the best filmography.
I think so.
Not only female filmmakers, but filmmakers
in Africa, African
movie
filmmakers.
industry. She's just amazing.
I absolutely agree. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back to our third movie. This movie is titled Been So Long. You definitely want to hear about this. So maybe Muyiwa will recommend this one. We'll be right back. Been So Long is a movie that tells the story of love. It tells the story of second chances and revenge. This is a single mother living in London trying to make ends meet and still doing a lot of things. Check it out.
This is Camden, where everyone has a story.
Who is it against the whole wide world?
Me and you.
Exactly, it is me and you.
Love is ferocious, love is a virus, love is deep space and the bottom of the ocean. Four fantastical monsters climb and feed.
You're tense, you know why? Because you never let nobody rub up on you, giving you a transcending experience.
If I want a transcendent experience, I go to church.
We are going out.
Muyiwa, let's talk about this movie Been So Long. Before we even talk about the movie, there are quite a few Nigerians in the movie. So, hey people. That's the lead actor, the lead male in the movie is Arinze.
Arinze?
Yes.
And Kene. I think that's the name.
Yes, Arinze Kene, yes.
Kene.
Yes.
Then the lady, Ronke.
Yes.
That's the lead lady's best friend, the supporting lady.
Yes.
Who was, oh my God, she was so... What's the word? Dirty in the movie. She was such a sexual.
She was wild.
She was wild.
Yes.
Very wild. Yeah, that was the best way to describe it.
Let's talk about the movie. What's this movie Been So Long about?
Yeah, so it's
a musical.
It's a musical. First of all, the moment the movie starts, you just know, oh my God, there's going to be so much singing for everything, and it's about two people, a couple, the two leads, a guy straight out of jail for, like he said himself, for being stupid, and a single mother who is very cautious and plays safe because she's been hurt, and her child is of special needs, so she is very, very protective of her and doesn't want any man coming in and spoiling anything. So decide her best friend, whose character is played by Ronke, decides that she needs to go out. So she calls her mom up to babysit the child, the daughter, and one night they go for drinks, and then that was where she met Raymond, which is the name of the lead guy, and then the movie starts.
What do you think about the fact that this is a musical that's set in London and that's focused on British Africans?
British, Africans, Jamaicans, it's a mix of everything.
Everything, yes.
Sometimes I don't even get the accents. Sometimes they're British, sometimes they're Jamaican. What are you guys? Decide. Yeah, so I like it. It sort of feels different. The musicals change up. Sometimes it's like, jazz, sometimes it's like Broadway, sometimes it's hip hop.
So it's different types
of music.
That should help. That means it wouldn't get boring since you're not getting the same type of music.
It felt cheesy, like I wasn't just feeling it. This wasn't Moulin Rouge, and where I absolutely, I mean that's my favorite musical. But in this case, the musicals, the scenes they weren't just doing it for me because maybe it was the delivery, maybe it was the songs. For me, it just didn't gel.
Didn't connect. Was it the singing? Was it the voice?
The music wasn't good, in my opinion. I didn't, aside from the opening opening montage, aside from that, the other ones, a few hits, but more of misses.
Okay, let's step away from the music and go to the actual performances of actors and actresses.
That's where they excel, except for the accents, which kept, just fluctuated. But there was this chemistry between the leads. That was between Michelle and Kenneth. It was lovely to see the chemistry between the two of them. The way they met, I liked it, and there was a good chemistry between them. The actors were really good. They did well. Michelle is an award-winning actress, and she has potentials of going far. Yeah, I could see her in Dora Milaje outfit, and probably standing next to Okoye or something.
Yeah.
So she was good, and the cast all around, they did a good job, in my opinion.
So overall, would you recommend or not recommend this movie?
No, I won't recommend it.
Really?
Because
I have to attack you because this movie premiered at the BFI.
Yeah.
And so I'm confused.
Why not recommend it?
And for someone like you who loves movies, I mean, if you're recommending Green, White, Green, excuse me. Excuse me, well, I'm going to challenge you.
For this one, the music was supposed to be the big thing. And musicals, I hold musicals very, very dearly. Like, I don't think I don't think there are other genres of movies where I'm very, very picky as much as musicals.
Really?
Yeah. If so for this, the main thing that I felt was supposed to make this movie stand out, because musicals, those scenes where you have the music scenes actually add to the plot. They are not just singing like the Indian movies where they just 10 minutes for nothing. But this is like telling a story. I wasn't connecting in those scenes, and there were a lot of those scenes. So
not recommended.
It's just not
it's
for me.
It's just okay. Not for you. Well,
it's just okay. It's just
that's
okay.
disappointing. I was really hoping for a better review and recommendation, but we'll take it because we trust you. We trust your thoughts and your recommendations. All right, so we'll move on. And before we wrap up the show, we have to check out Artist Corner. Today we'll be talking to Nollywood actor Ufot. is an up-and-coming actor that's doing very well, especially in comedy movies and comedic characters. Check him out.
Hello, my name is Daniel Ufot, and I'm an actor. I like to play a villain because there are not a lot of villains in my industry in Hollywood right now, so I like to be the #1 villain in the game right now. Asaba movies, because now we don't make any movies like that anymore, so I like to just go back and see the boom mic enter the shot, and the the makeup is undone. Two favorite African films are Wedding Party and Falling. Hello, my name is Ufot, and this is Artist Corner.
Are you familiar with Ufot?
Yeah, a little bit. I met him once.
Interesting.
Cool guy.
Look at you, rolling with celebs.
What can I do now?
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
My pleasure.
Always, it was great having you.
Always fun being here.
Please keep up this look. We love it.
Ooh, okay, I'll tell my personal stylist.
Yes. Well, there we have it for today's episode of Screen Patrol. We have talked about Ogabolaji, 3 Wise Men, and Being So Long. Remember that you can join the conversation on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at AMC Channels using the hashtag Screen Patrol. We are always looking forward to hearing from you, so make sure you do so, okay? Till we see you again next time. My name is Adenike Adebayo. Bye.